It's an old saying, it's not enough to just talk the talk, you have to walk the walk. Means that it's not enough to be holy on the outside, we got to be holy on the inside, or at least try our best. I mean, we're all imperfect, but we have to try. The gospel reading talks about the Pharisees and how they have these monuments to the prophets that their grandparents or great-grandparents killed, and they say, oh, if we had lived in that time, we would have listened to them and we would never have killed them. He says, oh, really? You're hypocrites. You would have done the same thing. And in the condemnation of them, he's showing that they're just talking the talk. They're going through the motions of looking holy and pious. In the first reading, you have another instance of not living the life the way God wants us to live. St. Paul is talking to the Thessalonians, and he says, some of you are living as if the end of the world is coming tomorrow. And there were people that would sit on their porches and say, aren't you going to go out into the field and raise the food? Nah, we got enough food for the rest of the day. We're going to kick back and relax. The end of the world's coming. Jesus is coming in the clouds. What do we have to worry about? And Paul says, if you don't work, you shouldn't eat. Now, he's not talking about poor people or someone who's crippled or somebody who can't find a job. He's talking about people that are just consciously, purposely being lazy. And there were people that were trying to infiltrate the city of Thessalonica and pass on a gospel that it was contrary to what Paul was teaching. They were trying to teach other things that weren't true or just a little bit wrong. And it starts to lead down that wrong path to unrighteousness. Paul says, we came here not asking anything from you. We never passed a collection basket. We worked ourselves. We worked our fingers to the bone. He was a tent maker. They would work and slave and sweat so they could make money, so they could preach to these people, knowing that no one could ever say, you only preach to us and we're nice to us because we gave you money. He said, we came here. It's not that we didn't deserve to get paid for what we did, but we came here so that no one could ever say we were double-minded, that we were only here for the money. He wanted them to walk the talk and not just talk the talk. People have been talking about all of the tragedies, the pandemic, and talking about the storms that are coming in now that are about to hit the South, talking about all of the trials and tribulations, the riots and things that we see that are on the news all the time, like it's the end of the world. They've even resurrected an old prophecy from a woman from Italy from the 1830s that there's going to come 3 days of darkness, and if you don't have specially blessed candles in your house, that you're not going to be able to see anything because nothing electronic or electrical will work. And then they're attributing it to Padre Pio, who didn't say this. It was a legitimate prophecy from a woman from Italy who's a blessed. She's not a saint yet, but the point is, if we live our lives the way we're supposed to be living them, it doesn't matter whether Jesus comes for us tomorrow or 2,000 years from now. If we're walking the walk. Think about how good little kids can be right before Christmas when they know Santa Claus is coming. They want to get on the good list instead of the bad list. If you knew that your life was going to end tomorrow, what would you do? Sit on the back porch and a rocking chair with a glass of Kool-Aid? Or would you maybe call the people that you've been thinking, I should call them. I haven't talked to them in so long. I bet they miss me. Or would you visit somebody in a nursing home? Or would you stand in front of an abortion clinic and pray that the hearts of people that were going in might be changed and that they would keep that baby even if it's really hard? If you would do that, if you knew that you only had 2 days to live, why wouldn't we do it today?